Imagine walking into a lively room, and the moment you step through the door, everyone falls completely quiet. Your brain instantly floods with a specific kind of paranoia. Were they talking about me? We often condemn talking behind people's backs, labeling the behavior petty or malicious. Yet everyday conversational data reveals that roughly 2/3 of all human talk is focused entirely on absent third parties. Evolution is ruthlessly efficient. Traits that waste energy or destroy communities generally disappear over thousands of generations. If swapping stories about other people offered no benefit, natural selection would have eliminated the impulse long ago. Instead, our biology rewards the habit. When we share social information, our brains release dopamine and oxytocin, hitting the same neurological reward pathways activated by physical bonding and trust. This indicates that gossip is an ancient social technology. It functions as an essential human operating system, which means we learn more by examining the psychology of the talkers than the secrets of their subjects. Chimpanzees and other primates spend a massive portion of their waking hours picking through each other's fur. This physical grooming builds trust and maintains alliances, allowing the troop to maintain a functional social order. This process has a strict logistical limit. Because it only works one-on-one, a primate's social circle is capped by the number of hours they can physically spend touching other members of the group. In the 1990s, anthropologist Robin Dunbar found that the size of an animal's neocortex, the part of the brain handling complex thought, directly correlates with the maximum size of their social group. Plugging human brain volume into this formula reveals a natural community limit of exactly 150 people. This is the maximum number of stable relationships the human brain is designed to manage. Managing a group of 150 people through physical touch alone is impossible. Early humans would have needed to spend half of every waking day grooming one another to maintain those bonds. Language allowed humans to scale this bonding process. It functioned as vocal grooming, letting a person sit around a campfire and update their relationships with several people at once, all while hands remained free for work or tools. Swapping information about who was reliable and who was cooperating provided the mechanism that allowed human society to grow past primate limits and occupy the entire planet. Inside early hunter-gatherer bands, cooperation was a requirement for survival. A single free rider who stole shared resources or broke trust endangered the entire community of 150. Physical confrontation was often too dangerous, as an injury in a fight could be fatal. The group needed a non-violent, low-risk way to identify threats and enforce the rules. Researchers at UC Berkeley tracked this behavior by having participants watch a game where one specific player actively cheated and acted selfishly toward the rest of the group. Witnessing that bad behavior caused a violent jump in the observers' heart rates. Their nervous systems registered the cheating as a direct threat to the group's stability. When observers were allowed to pass a reputational warning to the next group, their heart rates plummeted. The study found that groups receiving these warnings cooperated significantly more because they could identify and exclude the cheaters before the game even began. This feedback loop makes gossip a hardwired physiological reflex. By allowing an entire group to punish dishonest members through exclusion rather than violence, conversation became humanity's original policing mechanism. On an individual level, the habit serves a quieter purpose. Sharing evaluative information about a third party requires vulnerability. You are implicitly signaling to the listener, I trust you not to use this information against me. We also use these stories for self-evaluation. Social comparison theory suggests that humans have an automatic drive to gauge their own standing, success, and moral choices relative to the people around them. Discussing a peer's failure or mistake provides a low-risk simulation. It gives us a safe space to process our own anxieties and clarify the values we want to uphold in our own lives. The stories we choose to share often reveal more about the talker than the subject. Our focus on the flaws or successes of others highlights our own insecurities and our brain's relentless search for social certainty. The friction we experience today is the result of an evolutionary mismatch. Our brains are running software designed for tribes of 150 people, but we are deploying it inside global, anonymous networks. Digital communication removes the natural restraints of the campfire. False information and malicious rumors can instantly outpace the truth, allowing reputational damage to spread further and faster than our ancestors ever could have imagined. In modern workplaces or social media, the drive to protect the group often gets hijacked by the desire for status. People use negative information to lower someone else's reputation, artificially elevating their own position in the social hierarchy. Telling people to stop gossiping is a futile effort against hundreds of thousands of years of survival wiring. Our brains still treat social standing as a life or death matter, because for the vast majority of human history, it was. Since the instinct to talk about others is permanent, the responsibility lies in our intent. We are left with a daily choice. Are we sharing information to build trust and protect, or simply to humiliate and destroy?